Hi everyone, I'm Christina from That Canadian Teacher. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a strategy that you can use in your history class to teach about propaganda posters. I'm specifically going to be talking about Canadian propaganda posters, but if you teach about the history of a country that employed this strategy, this activity will work just as well for your class. In the First World War and the Second World War, governments used propaganda posters to get across a particular message to their population. Sometimes it was to boost morale, sometimes it was to raise money, sometimes it was to encourage rationing. So we're going to talk about a strategy that you can use to get your students critically thinking about what a poster is looking to advertise. So stay tuned. So this activity can be used as a starting point for your lesson, or it can be used as a consolidation. Personally, in my classroom, I use this to start the lesson to get students thinking about what they think a propaganda poster is communicating. You, however, might want to start with defining what a propaganda poster is first to students, as of course they would have no real exposure as to what that is in terms of the context of the war. So if you start your search looking for propaganda posters, make sure that you add into your search engine the First World War, if you're looking for the First World War, and the country that you're looking to focus in on. There's a lot of mixed collections, so you're going to find Canadian propaganda posters mixed in with British propaganda posters, mixed in with American propaganda posters, and even sometimes First World War posters mixed in with Second World War posters. So just be really discerning about what it is that you're looking at, so that you can have a more effective lesson that is using primary sources from the correct time frame. So these are two original Canadian propaganda posters that were used in the First World War. This one was for recruitment. This one was for rationing or to encourage rationing. Typically, I will provide my students with about 5 or 6 propaganda posters. Here are just 2 that I will start with. Now, what I do is I actually remove the subtitles that you're going to see on the posters. So let me show you what that looks like. So you can see here that it's a little bit larger, but I've removed this title from the center of this propaganda poster. And for this one, I have done the same. So you're going to be providing your students with the edited version of the poster. So they won't have any idea as to what this poster is trying to advertise. They're going to have to use context clues to come to that conclusion. I'm going to show you using PowerPoint how to get rid of those titles from the poster. And then all you need to do is just print it in color. I've used cardstock here, so you can see it's a little bit of a thicker paper. You can laminate this if you want as well. And so you're going to be providing the students with these.
First, you're going to go to File, then you're going to select Page Setup, and you want to change this so that it is in a standard size paper size. So I've done 8.5 by 11 here. Click OK, and it's going to make your paper size be the standard paper that we have here in North America. You're going to insert your chosen propaganda poster onto the page. Then you're going to go up to the Shape tool and draw a shape over the headlines that you want to remove. Now you'll notice that it shows up blue. By selecting the shape fill, you can then hover over and choose the correct shape color that you want. So you'll see that it matches exactly.
I also have subtitles printed out. These are from the different posters that I use, +1. So you'll see that there's quite a number here. So these are all the posters that I use, and then I took extras as well, just to kind of throw the students off the scent as to which belongs to which. So they'll have 1 extra or 2 extra remaining behind. And so what the students are going to do as in groups is they're going to have a look at these titles that I have here, and they're all from propaganda posters. I've just put them on a separate document. So you're going to see this one says, "Send more men, won't you answer the call?" So they're going to have to decide, okay, does that seem to fit with this particular poster? Well, this poster has 2 individuals They're with bags of flour. There seems to be a police officer in the back. So this might not be the best fit for this particular poster. So they have to use those context clues to determine which header is going to fit best with that poster. Once they've decided which of the titles best fits with the propaganda poster, I then go through a short little lesson where I talk to the students about what a propaganda poster was used for in the First World War and how we can look for bias and perspective in analyzing these posters. Then I let the students to decide, is there any final changes that they want to make? If there is none, then I show them the original poster. So this is on my slideshow. So I show them this poster here. And then I ask them, okay, so what did your groups decide on? And so the groups might, give the correct answer, or the groups might give the incorrect answer. And then I put up the original, so what the unedited version looks like. And you get nice little reaction from the students where they realize that they either made a mistake or they were successful. So it's a good way to get them invested in the analysis of a propaganda poster. And like I said, looking for those context clues that they could find within the poster itself. We've already done this as an example, so you can see that we've matched up the title to our propaganda poster, and it is correct. So we're going to put that aside, and let's focus on our other propaganda poster, and I'll show you what I have the students do. So these are the options that are left behind. The students are going to have a look at, like I said, the context clues that are provided in the poster itself. So here we see one man leisurely sitting with some rackets, another man that is in uniform and is clearly headed off to war or is in war. And so we're going to have a look at the options that are available to us. So buy fresh fish doesn't really seem to fit. So we're going to take that one out. Send more men, maybe. Okay. Buy your victory bonds. Remember, we must feed daddy too. Maybe. Which picture would you like your father to show his friends? Keep all Canadians busy. Men of Britain, will you stand this? And attack on all fronts. So this one maybe, but we don't see him really attacking. He's leisure. He's in a leisure position. So we're going to remove that. So we have kind of what remains behind. Now, of course, there's a greater collection of posters that they can match up. So this will be a little bit easier for the students to discern because there's some more options. But the one that is correct is this one here. Which picture would you like your father to show his friends? So you can see here, if this is a picture and this is a picture, it's suggesting to the population that we want our father to be proud by looking at us in a uniform. So the students would then match with the heading that they think best fits. I hope that activity was helpful to you and provided you with an interesting strategy that you can employ as you prepare for this next term and your lessons on either the First World War or the Second World War. Any of the documents that I've shown here in this video, I will link in the description box below so you can help yourself to my activity as well, or you can use it as a way to create your own. If you have any comments or suggestions or some ideas for videos that you'd like to see in the future, feel free to leave it in the comment box below. Don't forget to hit that like button, to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you're not following me on my social medias, I'll put them up at the top here so that you can see any activities that I do throughout the school year. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.